family, what's good? It's me, Clive. I'm here, Black Business Warrior. Another day. My brother Javon is in the building.
Thanks for having me again, my brother.
Oh man, you already know, man. Look, I be telling everybody we had this thing where it was like, interviews, talking, but I don't want to say we freestyling. What it is we drop it in sessions, right? We having sessions where we talking about different topics. There's so many topics to talk about that, I just want to have this conversation with a lot of brothers as we talk about building a business. Mm-hmm. I always go back to business is the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Because if we can't finance our own revolution, we having a problem.
Yeah. Say that again for those that didn't hear. If we can't do what?
If we can't finance our revolution, man, we're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Huge problem.
That's the whole thing. So the business class, the men who are doing business, the women who are doing business, the people doing business in our community, we have to be able to. This is a craft. You know what I'm saying? If I learned anything, I'd be telling people I'm not great at a lot of things, but business is my craft. I study it every day, and there's so many parts to it. I just love it.
Okay.
And I just, because not just for the business part, but understanding what the impact it can do.
Okay. So I know we were talking about creating value in our business.
Creating value, yeah.
Right. That's what we want to tap into today, right?
Charity versus creating value.
Okay. Break that down. What's the comparisons? Hit me with the scales. Charity on one side is
people begging for business, begging for you to spend $1 with them, support me because I'm black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult. I don't want to call anybody's name. I went to a place one time, black company, and they were selling deodorant. And he was like, and the deodorant was $9. I said, fam, I can go Walmart and get it, but you're not supporting black. I said, but we don't have a lot of money. I can't, just think about if I went to every business and it was triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
It's 5 times the price, and I bought from them, I would go broke. Like I wouldn't have it. So we have to be. I'm not saying you have to be as low or anything like that. I don't sell on price anyways. I'm not a price person. Like even my company, we don't sell on price. But you have to show me the value, and you have to be competitive.
Okay, so what you trying to say? Not to slow down, because you slow down. Saying you're killing them. Yeah, hold on. So what I wanted you to point out right now is this idea of not selling on the price, right? So you're not saying, okay, when you said family, this thing costs $9, right? Instead of saying support a black business, he should have spoke to the features and benefits and how this is worth the $9, as opposed to saying support me because I'm black.
Exactly. Definitely. So we do want to support our companies.
Yeah. But
we have to understand on the other side, our main goal is to create value.
Yeah. Respectfully. So now I know for me, I had a customer coming on Saturday. We had this very same conversation, right? A lot of time, because we're a black-owned business, but we don't broadcast, hey, support us because we're black-owned business, right? And his thing was like somebody tried to sell him like a hoodie for like $50, $60. It's a sister. She just coming out. He wanted to support. The logo was fire. But he was like, yo, I know how much she paid for this. In his mind, he'd rather go and buy Gucci. Mm-hmm. That's what he told me. He's like, I'd rather buy the name brand, because when I rock Gucci, they gonna know Gucci. And if something is like fucked up on my shit, I could bring it back to Gucci and they could replace it, or, something of equal value, in terms of their warranty. And that's what you pay for, essentially. Right? That brand recognition and things of that nature. That doesn't translate for those startups, but at the same time, their costs might be so high, or they might not even know how to price their products properly. So, I'm just speaking as to reasons why a person might charge more.
Nah, I got you. I'm not knocking. So a lot of things you just said in there, I'm not knocking anybody for charging whatever they charge.
Yeah.
The value is going to determine what you get, right?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
People always say, I'm not getting what I'm worth. I'm saying, fam, you priceless, fam. You're not worth $1. It's what your service is worth.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like they be like, oh, I know my worth. No, you're priceless, fam. You a human being. You know what I'm saying? There's no dollar value on you. It's your service that, if you were working at McDonald's, your service is only worth $9, right? But if you're working in Google, it might be $100,000. It's just the service that you're providing at that value, the actions you're taking. LeBron James is not more valuable
Yeah.
What he can do is more valuable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because in the marketplace, but that doesn't mean him as a person is inherently more valuable than us.
Than us.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what I because when people say that, I'd be like, nah, I'm not knocking you. It's your product.
Yeah.
It's your service. So Gucci, and it's funny. I was just in I was in Lenox, Phillips
Yeah.
Mall, right? And they just and Gucci was there, and there's a store across the. I don't even know these name brand people, but it's Gucci and another.
Say Polo, just say Polo
Like,
for names.
it was like Versace. Versace, there it was, right?
Okay.
So I was having a conversation like, which is more, which is higher brand? Because I don't know, right? Because I'm not into that like that. But their cachet is something that they had to build up, right? And and what the guy said, that's in his mind, but that's all from commercials, advertising. But you have to create that value.
Yeah.
Whatever way you create that value. You have to create that value in the competitor's mind.
Okay. So I mean, for me, I would say, attention to detail, right? So like, how many stitchings is in the clothing? You get what I'm saying? Like because those are the things that I was taught when it comes to like buying clothes. That's how you could tell the quality of a thing, not necessarily the name brand that's on it.
Let me ask you a question.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. It's easy to copy what Gucci does. They don't have a patent, like they don't have a exclusive, way of creating clothes, right? It can be created, right?
Yeah.
That's not, but I'm not a clothes person, right? You're not, but you automatically assume that the product is better.
The quality, everything about it, yeah.
Because of reputation, right? It's just like going to somebody and somebody tells you, they be like, man, that person's terrible. This is why I always tell people I don't listen to gossip, because what happens is if I be like, that person's terrible, he's then when you go up there, you already have a bad mindset of that person. But if somebody tells you that person's wonderful, he's amazing.
Perception is reality.
Perception is reality.
Yeah.
So that's all Gucci has done is they put in the marketplace that our product is better.
Yeah.
Than the average shirt that's down the street, than the competitor down the street.
Yeah.
So your first job is to get that name out there. And, of course, I don't know every business in the world, but I always tell people the first thing is to solidify your reputation.
Okay.
We first started a cleaning company. Now, my mom been cleaning for, since I've been a little boy.
I met your mother. She came by the restaurant and got some food, man.
I know, she was happy. She was happy. She was like, yo, it was very good.
And I think your cousin came, too. It was a sister from
that's my sister.
That's your sister.
Nadine, That's my sister. That's my sister.
Okay, say less. Okay.
But I'm saying, but you see how you gave value though, right? You know what I'm saying? They ain't going there. They was like, the food was good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they came away with. We charge. We're on the higher end of cleaning, right?
Yeah.
We charge, but my mom delivers an excellent value. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't mind paying for it. The brother wouldn't even mind paying for the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the cachet. He wasn't sure in his mind. Even us, we have to do it right now. That's what we make videos. We make videos about what you get on the cleaning, how we deliver a better service, right? We don't cut corners. But that's because we're not Mary Maids, right? Even though technically they have an inferior I won't say they have inferior, but if you look on their reviews and things like that, but the name is just etched in people's minds. People know of that cleaning service.
Yeah.
We have to just become in the market. And I'm going back to that is that your first job, and going back to when I said it was cleaning business started, she's been cleaning for all these years, but she had no reputation in the marketplace. So what our first thing was, we went and cleaned for little or nothing. I ain't gonna say little or nothing, but just below market price value, right?
Yeah.
What the average cleaner would. She was like, we clean these houses and it's so. I said, our main job is to get reviews right now.
Yeah.
That's our main job.
Yeah.
Our main job is to build our reputation, solidify that we are a great cleaning company.
Yeah.
Now people go and see us on Google. I called you because of the reviews. You know what I'm saying? People use us because we're a black company too, right?
Yeah.
And I always tell them, I say, because people like, I want to get a black company in here too. And I said, you know what? We're going to make sure we deliver also. Because we don't want you, we understand that. We appreciate your business. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're working hard for your dollar, but we're going to make sure we deliver that service. If you have any problems, let us know. So we go from the back end, from the time they call, all the way till after, we make sure they have a great process in place.
Yeah. I know for me, from a consumer perspective, I always like to think I'm getting a deal. So it's like the job of the company to make it look like I'm getting out, like I'm getting like away with something. That's how you have to make the consumer think. Like, man, I'm getting away like a bandit. when in reality, it's already built into the service or already built into the product, essentially. Because something that I know to be true, I don't necessarily put a name or description on my brand. The consumer does. They're the ones that define your brand, essentially. You can say this is the vision and this is the mission and this is what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it's what the consumers say that you are, that's who you are and what you are and how you deliver the product. So it is important to get those, like you said, those real life testimonies. So you might have to come down on your price, right? And if you're smart, you know how to write that off on the back end, you know, when it comes to tax times and things of that nature, because it's part of the customer acquisition cost, essentially.
And going back to that, we can get so deep on that because people don't realize the long-term value of a client, right?
Yeah.
So we basically break even on a deep clean, right? Which is the hardest cleaning, right? Because you haven't had a clean house in 6 months, a year, whatever, right?
Yeah.
We basically break even on that. We don't make any money off that. Our money comes from recurring clients.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to pay for marketing anymore. So I always tell people the actual sale happens after you take their credit card.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Because now it's like, yo, I got to make sure you coming back, right? Because you're advertising, you're marketing, you're out here talking to people. If your marketing is, because people say, oh, I don't spend $1 on marketing, but you may spend time, you know what I'm saying? Going out, passing flyers, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Your job is to get that one person to come in there. And how many repeat customers do you believe you have?
It's always 60-40 split. You know,
yeah.
I have 60% more return.
Right?
Repeat, and I have it varies, but it's always that
60-40.
70% sometime return, 30% new. I get the reports every day.
Exactly. So, you got to know your numbers. So that's what you want to be able to do is, so in our business, we're trying to see how many recurring clients we keep and how many we lose, right? We want to make sure we're like, all right, for the month, how many recurring, that's what we measure on. We're measuring like how many recurring clients do we get and what's our churn, right?
There you go.
How many people did we lose for the month? So that's our measurement. That's what our main goal, because some people just coming in for one-time clean.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do everything we can. We're calling back. We're asking, how can we do everything.
And then when they're ready to get another cleaning again, you want to be the first company on their mind that they'll call back. And I know for sure when I get a deep clean in my house, it's like, yo, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, once again, I feel like I make out like a bandit because I ain't have to clean up and the house is clean. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like life goes on. It becomes more efficient. I tell people, I come up and I lived in basements. I lived in apartments, small spaces, right? Down in Georgia, we got 1,100 square foot, 1,300, two floors. Yeah. My children got their own bathroom kind of situation. I didn't come up like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my wife and I, we were beating ourselves up for not, being able to handle, being a full-time entrepreneur, being full-time parents, and maintaining, right, your asset, which is your home, right? So something simple as calling a cleaning company to come in and do a deep clean. It doesn't matter the price for us, because we know at the end of it, we should come home to a nice, clean home, right?
Yeah.
And that to me is priceless. You can't put a value on that. So, kudos to the business that you do, but at the end of the day, trust me, if the shit ain't spick and span after I spend all that money, and there's because we gonna be looking, right?
Exactly.
So you got to make sure you do your part. You deliver the service that we paid you to do. Because if you don't, you can't say, yo, I'm just a black-owned business.
Nah, you can't, right? You can't just be like, yo. See, they want to hate on me because I'm black.
Because I'm, nah, not at all. Not at all, pardon me.
People, so one of the things I do is I help marketing and sales for cleaning companies, right?
Yeah,
help them get their processing, hiring, things like that. Because those are the main things people have: getting clients and getting employees.
Mm-hmm.
One of the complaints I hear is that, oh man, these customers are so picky. I said, no, you are not. There's two things you're not doing. You're not clearly defining what you're going to deliver. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to clearly define, because I don't care what you do, you're not going to clean everything in the house.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have a part in the attic that can be dirty. You know what I'm saying? There's places that's going to be like, that you can't get to.
Yeah.
You have to clearly define what you're gonna clean. So we don't clean walls, right?
Yeah.
And we dust them, but we don't clean them like
Wash
right.
them, yeah,
because of the paint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We tried that before, but we've had we know
scuff the paint. You need
scuff
that
the paint.
defense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
now you messing up the paint. Now people like, you messed my paint joint up, right?
Yeah.
So we don't do that. So I'm just saying you can't clean the entire house.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Right? To clean the entire house. But if you let them know exactly what you're gonna clean.
Yeah.
And then you say, yo, look, we did this and we went above and beyond.
There you go.
we under promised, over delivered.
There you go.
And then there's no problem there.
There you go.
Right? We don't have a problem there. And then people call back. We have a guarantee. We're gonna come back if you don't like it. And if you're still not happy, we're gonna pay for your next cleaning company. Right? So that's our guarantee. Like, yo, listen, we're gonna come back, and if you're still not happy, we're gonna pay for your next cleaning company.
There you go.
So it's very difficult. We have to be.
How many times have you had to pardon self?
Go
How
ahead.
many times did you have to activate that warranty or that promise that you made to a customer?
We've had to go back. We never had to pay for another cleaning company.
Okay, that's good.
That's Mom Dukes though. That's Mom Dukes though. She don't play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You calling the professionals like that.
Man, you know how they got the backup? They like, yo, listen, we gonna call the heavy hitters in.
Yeah.
Now when she coming in, y'all listen.
Yeah.
When she come in,
you know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't play.
I love it. That level of passion, it should be put, in its own category. When it comes to business, because it's one thing to do something because you have to do it, you know what I'm saying, or because you know how to do it. But if you do something because you love it, you know what I mean, you would do it even if you wasn't getting paid.
Word.
That's the type of leader you want at the top, modeling, the business model, essentially, the behaviors and practices and things of that nature.
But her thing is this though.
Yeah.
She love when people come home and see her happy. And
that's what I'm telling you.
How would she love?
I know it. I love it too. I love to come home. I like to be that. That's
but don't you like? But don't you? What you like when people eat your food though? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like they be like, yo, that was good. That was amazing.
And they tell somebody, and they bring somebody else with them. Like, yo,
I had to go try it. Right?
Yeah.
You feel good with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody referred you.
Yeah, you delivered a good quality product. You know what I'm saying, in a timely fashion at an affordable price at the right time. There's definitely a formula to success in business. It don't matter what your business is.
Word.
Stick to the formula. Stick to the plan.
Yeah, you definitely. You know what the thing about business is? It's really supposed to be very boring. It's supposed to be like, yo, chop wood, carry water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every day, day in and day out, we're doing the same thing. Like I tell people, I say, yo, we make phone calls, we go clean, right? We go, they schedule, they go clean, they come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the routine. We get phone calls, we book cleanings, right? And we follow up with people that didn't call before.
Dude, I got a question for you. Do you think? Because I think a recession coming, right? That's what people are saying, right? Do you feel like there are certain businesses that are recession proof, and would you say cleaning is one of those businesses?
So cleaning,
or just name some businesses you feel is recession proof.
Well, I don't think that every business is recession proof.
Okay.
What I think is going to happen is the best of the best is going to stay in business, because even during a recession, people got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, a recession don't hit everybody. You know what I mean? Some people get rich in a recession.
Yeah, they call it one of the biggest transfer of wealth.
Exactly. So if you're the best at what you do, now if you have a commodity, you're gonna be in the trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just middle of the pack, this is why you have to be great at what you do. You have to study your craft. And there's two things I've learned, working with my mom, man. It's been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a blessing because I understand partnership.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people fail in partnership. You got the same partnership, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, my mom and my wife, I was like the quality food inspector. I was like that guy that taste everything before it came out,
We all got roles to play.
That part.
I think that's what go ahead.
Solopreneurs, that's what you call them?
Solopreneurs, yeah.
They playing all the roles.
They playing all the roles.
They got all the hats. Don't do that to yourself, man. That's like business suicide.
Word.
When you wear all the hats, you have to be able to hire somebody or hire people. You know what I'm saying? Or find some volunteers that want to get into this business because you can't afford not to. You think you can't afford to hire somebody. You really can't afford not to hire somebody.
There's two ways to go about it.
Tell the people what's up.
Hire somebody or partner with somebody.
There we go.
Right? People don't want to give up equity.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like people don't want to. Like sometimes you can't afford. You just really
to pay somebody.
You know what I'm saying? At their worth, right? They can't.
Yeah.
My mom couldn't have hired me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she couldn't have just hired me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now we have a partnership.
There you go.
So you have to have the equity to be able to. And you know, a lot of times I meet a lot of cleaners. I say, yo, I'm not being funny or nothing, but you don't have me. And I couldn't make it in this cleaning if I didn't have my mom's. I seen other guys on the other side who they built cleaning companies, and they was just like, I'm building a company, right? They were businessmen, and I was like, man, if I just had me a superstar cleaner, I'd be good. I said, I got that.
There you go.
See what I'm saying?
The ace in the hole.
The ace in the hole, right?
Yeah.
These two things have to. So partnership, understanding where your strengths are at.
We call that competitive advantage.
What's your unfair?
Unfair.
You need to look for your unfair competitive advantage.
There you go.
Where's your unfair advantage?
Hard to substitute. Almost impossible to substitute.
Come on, man. You can't be beat.
You can't be beat. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's why, once again, we say in business, you know, you have to, like you said, it's chop wood, carry water. But at the same time, you have to be able to come out your business for a second and, like, really analyze those components of it. So you can't, if you're wearing all the hats and doing everything all the time, you're never going to be able to see that, because then you can't even scan the environment and say, okay, man, somebody else got a superstar cleaner around the corner. You know, how can I differentiate myself from this one? You know, but if you're just so locked in, you know, into that, or you don't have a partner who can do that while you do what you do best, you know? Yeah.
People don't focus on. So I had to learn something about 2 years ago. We were just taking up cleaning, right? Because you in a crunch for money. And you're like, yo, we just gonna do cleaning. We clean restaurants, we clean offices. You want cleaning? We got you. Nah, we clean houses, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we'll clean some offices on the side. You know what I mean? Like we want to get great at that first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now we're gonna be like, all right, let's expand to two things. We're looking at, and we're not gonna do both at one time. We're gonna either go Airbnb expanding, or we're gonna go to carpet cleaning, right?
Okay.
Because those services automatically go with
the
cleaning service, right? People be like, oh, I need a carpet cleaner, because we've had times when we turned down because we were just doing it, but we said we gotta have somebody locked in, on the carpet cleaning.
Okay.
So that was the part where, but I'm just saying, but you have to be able to have that system in place and say, yo, what am I great at? What are we gonna do? Because in every niche, right, in every business, talking to a guy, you know, who's doing camera, and his thing was, he was all over the place, but he's like, I do weddings. I was like, why you don't focus on the weddings, fam?
Yeah.
How much more? What price can you command if you just tell people, yo, I do weddings? Like, you a photographer, you can always take other jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you got to turn down other jobs.
Yeah.
But if you told people in the marketplace you were the wedding guy,
then when a wedding is coming up, you'll be at the first of their list of
you'll
people.
Be the
to
first
contact.
of their.
Yeah. That's deep.
They think of vegan when they come to you, right?
Ashe.
You got anything that's not vegan in your restaurant?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah.
When they think of vegan, they come to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and look, we know who our customer is.
Know who your customer is.
You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get the elite vegans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going for them, you know.
The hardcore, like they want to argue you down.
Yeah, like they come in once in a while, right? But for the most part, we really here for the people. If you're looking for a healthy option today, you didn't bring your food to work kind of day. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking for a healthier option than most, we got you. You know? Yeah.
Nah, you got to know your customer, though, man.
Got to know your customer.
This all goes back to providing value and understanding your value proposition to the market.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you do have an unfair advantage that you're a black company, right? And what I mean by that is that we're a black company, so people do hire us because we're black, right? But we're not the only black cleaning company in America.
And that wasn't the case prior to George Floyd. Keep it 100. You know what I'm saying, or whatever movement. You know, the toast.
But I'm just saying. But you whatever it is,
use it. You can use it
because you never know. Tomorrow it could be a disadvantage.
There you go.
What if everybody was like, yo, I ain't doing business with black people no more.
Yeah.
It could. So you just have to ride the wave of what's going on and say, yo, I got an advantage right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I got an advantage. Whatever your event, I'm like I said, it's not like people, even though they hire us, they still look at the reviews. They still was like, they didn't go to the bottom of the list and be like, because like I said, there's a lot of black cleaning companies. We're not the only one.
Yeah.
But they didn't go to the bottom of the list. They still was looking like, we want a black company, but they need to be good too, though.
Absolutely. Because I mean, if we averaged on Google a 2-star, matter of fact, I wouldn't go there. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I'm always putting myself in that consumer's shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm always listening to the consumer. Once again, that's how you stay ahead in business, in my opinion. You know, I feel strongly about listening to the customer. You know, asking them questions. I do surveys on the spot. Don't be afraid to survey your customers. Like, ask them, how can you deliver the product or service better to them? Like, what are they looking for? You know, what are they? You know, what's going on with them? Because if this is your core, like we always talk about Pareto principle in business, right? 80-20, right? 80-20 says that 20% of your customers usually bring in 80% of your revenue. You know what I'm saying? You could do it on the product side, right? Or your service side. Like, you know, you might have a list of products, but, you know, 20% of your products bring in 80% of your revenue. So these are things that we always ask that core group of consumers like, okay, how can we deliver the product or service better? You know, once again, I'll ask the person, hey, how did you hear about us? How did you find us? You know, what were you looking? What were you searching? So I don't just wait and go on a computer. While the consumer is in front of me, I'm listening and I'm learning. And because we're a small business, and that's another advantage, being a super small local business is actually an advantage. Everybody wants to go big, right? Everybody wants to scale and go big and, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for us, especially doing it the way we want to do it, which is hire locally as well, we need to be hands-on as much as possible. We have to stay small so we don't lose quality. You know, it doesn't get diluted essentially. You know, so those are things to me is so important, making sure that we are on the ball when it comes to just listening to that consumer, listening to that customer, and changing along with the different preferences. There you go. So yeah, definitely.
I'm with that what you just said.
Yeah.
Let's make a better business. Not bigger, but better.
Let's make a better business. Better. I like that. Look, we're going to leave it on that note for now. We got a special guest on the way. He'll be here any second now. Yo, this is a good talk. This is a good build session. We want to talk about some other things too, but all the while it's about being a warrior in your business.
Nah, that's it. Leaving on that note right here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, you know what I'm saying, for this episode. Like I said, you want to be value proposition. Leave you with that challenge. What is your value? What value, instead of saying, yo, give me your business just because I'm a black business or whatever type of business you are, what's your value proposition? How do you make that person's life better?
Yeah.
How do you save them time, save them money, give them energy, you know what I'm saying? Make them feel better.
Ooh. I like that. Black business warrior.
Y'all stay focused, stay blessed, man. Peace.
Peace.